Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Liv Morgan couldn't hide her delight at Rhea Ripley losing her Women's World Championship on WWE Raw. Io Sky won the title in the main event of the show, confirming she will enter WrestleMania 41 as the champion. There is no love lost between Ripley and Morgan, who were locked in an intense feud for 6 months. The Judgment Day rubbed Mommy's defeat in her face, posting multiple tweets about Sky dethroning her. She laughed at the situation before her latest post was a striking message directed at the Eradicator. Taking to her official X/Twitter handle, Liv Morgan posted a photo of her kissing the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship to celebrate the fact that she has a title while Rhea Ripley doesn't. Morgan teamed with Raquel Rodriguez to win the titles from Bianca Belair and Naomi on Raw last week. Morgan also posted it on her Instagram story, with a message for Rhea Ripley. Mommy was distraught after losing her Women's World title, cutting an emotional backstage promo following Raw. Her WrestleMania 41 status is now in doubt, with Bianca Belair set to challenge Io Sky. It remains to be seen if Ripley is added to the match, considering the EST of WWE got involved in her title defense on Monday. Rhea Ripley's dominant reign as WWE Women's World Champion came to a shocking end on Monday Night Raw, sending shockwaves throughout the WWE universe. But amidst the chaos, one woman wasted no time capitalizing on the moment: Liv Morgan. After months of tension, cryptic messages, and an obsessive pursuit of vengeance, Liv finally got what she wanted: a broken and vulnerable Rhea Ripley. And she made sure the world knew it with just 3 words. The fall of Mommy. For nearly a year, Rhea Ripley had been at the top of the mountain, demolishing every challenger who stood in her way. She ruled Judgment Day with an iron fist, held dominance over Raw's women's division, and seemed unstoppable. But the world saw a different Rhea Ripley in recent weeks, one distracted, one who had taken too many emotional and physical hits, and one who had enemies lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Monday night was supposed to be just another dominant title defense for Ripley. However, fate had other plans. A chaotic brawl broke out during her match, with Judgment Day's internal fractures spilling into the ring. Damian Priest and Finn Balor's ongoing issues reached a boiling point, and JD McDonough's interference backfired, leading to a referee distraction. This lapse in Judgment Day's unity gave Rhea's opponent, who had been waiting for months to prove herself, the perfect opening. One devastating move later, and the referee's hand hit the mat for the 3rd time. The unthinkable had happened. Rhea Ripley was no longer the Women's World Champion. The crowd gasped as the realization sunk in. Rhea sat up, wide-eyed, her chest rising and falling with heavy breaths. She reached out, grasping at nothing, the championship no longer in her possession. Raw ended with the new champion celebrating at the top of the ramp while Judgment Day stood in stunned silence. But one person was watching more closely than anyone else. Liv Morgan's cryptic message. Minutes after Raw went off the air, Liv Morgan took to social media with a message that instantly sent the WWE Universe into a frenzy. Your turn, Rhea. 3 words. No context. No further explanation. But the meaning was crystal clear. Liv Morgan had been obsessed with Rhea Ripley for months. Ever since Rhea injured her, forcing her out of action for half a year, Liv had been on a mission to get back at her. She had made her presence known in subtle and not so subtle ways, taunting Rhea with cryptic messages, attacking her behind the scenes, and even aligning herself with Dominic Mysterio just to get under Rhea's skin. This wasn't just about the title. This was personal. And now, with Rhea finally at her weakest, Liv was letting her know revenge was here. The fallout: Rhea Ripley reacts. Backstage, Rhea Ripley was seething. The usually composed and confident Mommy was pacing back and forth, her fists clenched, her breathing erratic. She scrolled through her phone and saw Liv's message. Her jaw tightened. Everyone around her was trying to talk: Finn, Damian, even Dominic, but all she could hear was Liv's voice in her head, taunting her. Your turn, Rhea. It was more than just words. It was a promise. For months, Rhea had been the predator, and Liv had been the prey. But now? The roles had reversed. Liv was coming for her, and Rhea knew it. Judgment Day's breaking point. As if losing the title wasn't bad enough, Rhea now had to deal with Judgment Day's turmoil. Damian Priest, still clutching his Money in the Bank briefcase, was clearly frustrated. Finn Balor had a look of pure disappointment, and J.D. McDonough couldn't even meet Rhea's gaze. And then there was Dominic, standing a few steps behind, torn between his loyalty to Rhea and the rest of Judgment Day. "We need to fix this," Finn muttered, breaking the silence. "No," Rhea snapped. Her voice was sharp, her Australian accent laced with venom. "You need to fix this." Damian scoffed, stepping forward. "Oh, so now it's our fault?" Rhea turned to face him, her anger boiling over. "You were out there. You saw what happened. Maybe if you weren't so busy arguing like a bunch of idiots, I'd still have my title." Damian's nostrils flared, but before he could respond, Rhea stormed off. She needed space. She needed to breathe. More than anything, she needed to figure out what Liv Morgan's next move was. Liv Morgan's game plan. Liv, meanwhile, was savoring the moment. Sitting backstage, a smug smirk on her face, she scrolled through the responses to her tweet. Fans were already speculating, was Liv planning to attack Rhea? Was she going to make a move on Dominic again? Or was she aiming for something even bigger? She knew what she wanted. She didn't just want Rhea Ripley's championship. She wanted Rhea Ripley broken. For months, Rhea had taken everything from her, her momentum, her time, her health. Now, it was time for payback. And Liv was going to enjoy every second of it. What's next? With WrestleMania season on the horizon, this feud was far from over. Rhea Ripley might have lost her title, but she wasn't the type to stay down for long. If Liv wanted her attention, she had it. The question was, what was Liv's endgame? Would she push Rhea over the edge? Would she get into her head the same way Rhea had gotten into hers? Or was this just the beginning of an even darker plan? One thing was for sure, this was personal, and it wasn't ending anytime soon. And as Rhea Ripley stared at her phone screen, her fists clenching at those three haunting words, she knew the truth. Liv Morgan wasn't done. Not even close.